With Mercedes appearing to be considerably more robust in Canada, Lewis Hamilton has focused on Red Bull and Ferrari ahead of the 2022 British Grand Prix and is aware of the strategies required to compete with the current Formula One leader. At the 2022 Canadian Grand Prix, Hamilton came in third, and for brief intervals, his Mercedes was keeping up with the two leading teams. The Silver Arrows also had less of a porpoising problem. Hamilton will enter Britain in better shape thanks to this, and most likely perform well. Today's video will be about Hamilton's chilling warning toward Red Bull, the F1 Champions team. What could he have to warn the team about, giving his team's shortcoming? Stay tuned until the end of the video not to miss out on this latest podium update. Please like this video, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to stay in pole position on F1 News. During a press conference, Lewis Hamilton told the press, "There's a lot to take from today. One really great thing is we've got really good reliability, which I think is a real tribute to all the great work all the team are doing at both factories. So we just got to keep our heads down, keep working, and hopefully I know where I'm losing time to these guys, so that's where I'm going to go and try and focus on attacking and to improve. I think there's lots of learnings from this weekend and improvements that we can make moving forwards, but really great pace today." Hamilton believes Silverstone will be a good test for the Mercedes, although he is still concerned about porpoising at high speeds. "I think we're better in medium and high speed corners probably than we are in the low speed corners, but we have bouncing, so I don't know how it's going to be through Copse and all those places. Max doesn't know what I'm talking about, but Carlos knows what I'm saying. And I really hope moving to Silverstone, which is such an important race for us and for me, and so I really hope that I just want to be in a battle with these guys." Only the second time this season has the 7-time champion hit the podium, and Lewis Hamilton was thrilled to bring his Mercedes home on top in Sunday's Canadian Grand Prix. Hamilton changed his setup in qualifying after making a mistake in Friday practice, earning him a spot on the grid. With a level of pace that persuaded him there is more performance to be unlocked from the W13, he then went one better in the race, finishing third behind Red Bull's Max Verstappen and Ferrari's Carlos Sainz. "It feels great to be in amongst the battle," said Hamilton, who beat teammate George Russell for only the second time this season. "For a second I was kind of keeping up with these guys. It's given me and the team a lot of hope that there's more to come from this car. The potential is there." When you get a full race distance, you find a lot out with a car. A lot to take from today. Got really good reliability. Great work from the team. Just got to keep our heads down. I know where I'm losing to these guys, so that's where I'm going to focus on attacking to improve. Hamilton acknowledged that it was exceptional to achieve such a solid result at the circuit Gilles Villeneuve, where he has had so much success during his career, winning no fewer than 7 times, the first of which was in 2007 while driving for McLaren. "It was honestly one of the best feelings of the year to be back, especially in Montreal where I got my first win 15 years ago," he added. "And to be back up there, to feel the atmosphere, and the crowd was pretty special." The following race is in Silverstone, where Hamilton will compete in his hometown event. If the Mercedes team can manage the bouncing difficulties that have dogged them for much of the season, he feels the track speed will suit them. Lewis Hamilton, who is now 6th in the driver's standings with 77 points, and is 2 places and 34 points behind his fellow countryman's teammate, expressed his expectations for the British Grand Prix. "It's better in medium and high-speed corners than low speed, but we have bouncing, so don't know how it's going to be in Copse." Lewis Hamilton is also wary of his teammate, as George Russell has been phenomenal for Mercedes in a challenging F1 season thus far, but Nico Rosberg cautioned him that Lewis Hamilton hates to lose to teammates. Russell has 111 points in the Drivers' Championship, which is 34 points more than 6th-placed Lewis Hamilton, who declared his vehicle undrivable during Friday practice for the Canadian Grand Prix last weekend. Hamilton's podium performance in Montreal marked the first time since the first round in Bahrain that Russell has finished ahead of Hamilton, a fellow Brit, in 7 of the 9 races this season. The 2016 world champion and former teammate of Hamilton, Rosberg, remarked on Any Driven Monday, "George has done an amazing job, remarkable considering how difficult that vehicle has been to drive. To be so consistent, driving so well, not making any mistakes, always getting the maximum out of it, he has been brilliant." On Saturday, one would think, okay, keep it safe, bring home another P4 or P5 in qualifying, but no. He said, "I am going to put my slicks on. I only care about pole position. That is really awesome." Lewis is driving at his best. He has just had an unbelievably lucky season with all these different things going against him. This was a normal weekend and he delivered in the usual awesome way. That driver pairing is so strong, incredible, but make no mistake, Lewis hates passionately to ever come second to a teammate, so he will be ultra motivated and pushing hard internally. The Mercedes car in the race was really decent. I thought it was so awesome how George, right after the start, made headway, passing one car after another down into the hairpin. I think they are making progress, but there is still some way to go to Ferrari and Red Bull. They can't win at Silverstone, they are still too far away. In Canada, Hamilton came in third behind race winner Max Verstappen and second-placed Carlos Sainz. Verstappen, the championship's leader and the current world champion, held off a late attack from Ferrari driver Sainz, despite being on worn-out tires. After winning in Azerbaijan a week earlier, Verstappen is now celebrating back-to-back victories. According to Rosberg, he said, "It has been a couple of super impressive races from Max. He is so confident and driving at such an impressive level. He drove to perfection in difficult circumstances in qualifying, and the pressure from Sainz in the race is not to be underestimated. Inside the car, it is a horrible feeling. You have done everything perfectly, and then because of the safety car, you suddenly have the Ferrari behind you in a triple DRS zone putting so much pressure on. If you make the slightest of mistakes, he is through, but Max managed that so perfectly. Sainz has got it in him to be a good, decent driver within Ferrari, but at the moment he has not got it in him to be a world champion. On performance, Charles Leclerc has been out driving him every single race this year. He still needs to find quite a bit of progress, which comes as quite a surprise after last year. Of course, the car is completely different, so maybe it takes him more time to get on top of things. Fernando Alonso of Alpine started the race in second place after securing his first front row in 10 years, but he ultimately finished ninth due to mechanical difficulties, and in Rosberg's opinion, bad team strategy. Nevertheless, the 40-year-old has finished in the top 10 4 times in a row, and Rosberg dismissed any suggestion that the two-time world champion is replacing a younger driver. "I'm a great fan of Alonso right now," Rosberg remarked of the Spaniard, who won his championships with Renault in 2005 and 2006. "We can all agree that he is among the finest of all time in terms of talent and ability. He sometimes lacked that social competence. He often had difficulties being in the best teams with the best cars. They didn't really want him anymore because of burning bridges in the past. That was definitely one of his weaknesses in terms of getting even better results, but in terms of talent, he is surely one of the best of all time, or right up there. For him to still drive like this is just so cool. I was so gutted for him in Canada, I wanted him to be on the podium. I think Alpine did a little mistake. They could have taken a jump into the pit lane. He is driving so awesomely there shouldn't be any discussion that he is taking up anyone's seat. He more than deserves to be where he is. It's super spectacular the way he is driving. The fans all over the world are loving it, and he is a great asset to the Alpine team." Do you think Lewis Hamilton will finish in the top 3 spot in the coming Britain Grand Prix? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you for staying with me till the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like and share the video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. We'll see you in the next upcoming video. Bye!